Well, I'm not sure why I wasn't able to continue recording on the last video, because I did select 10 minutes, but it won't seem to let me go past 5 for whatever reason. So this is after I've put on the first coat right here. This is Rust-Oleum American Accent. It's a paint and primer, and this is the color is called Key Lime. So this is after a couple of coats of key lime, because I wanted to cover up that red stamp that was on there. That's on all the PVC. So this is already dried. You can kind of see some of that stamp showing through right there, but the darker green will cover that up. So here's what I did next is I have this dark green. This one's called Meadow Green. You don't have to use the same colors that I am, but if you like how it turned out, these are the colors. This is also Rust-Oleum American Accents, and it says on the can bonds to plastic, so I did not end up having to sand it. So what I was doing is I sprayed the darker green on here, and before it dried, I'm taking this towel and just wiping these streaks into it, so it just has more of a natural look to it. So it try to make it look as natural as possible. And then I still gotta do brown to go around those ridges, and just maybe some streaks of brown in here. I'll probably end up doing that with the paintbrush. Let me see if I can get this to stay in camera, and I'll show you how I did it. Don't forget that whenever you're working with spray paint, you need to shake it up really good so that the paint is mixed really well. So I'm just gonna do a light spray. I'm not gonna spray it all over before it dries. Just gonna slide it down here like that to give it some texture. I want it to look more natural. I don't want it to be solid. I mean, if you want to do yours, if you like to stop just at the key lime color, you do whatever you like best. I am just trying to go for the most natural look that I can get, so that's why I'm just trying to add layers of color to make it look as realistic as I can possibly make it. And I'm on a shoestring budget, guys, so I'm using what I got. We already had this, because my husband bought this green paint to spray paint some of his fishing poles, because he didn't like the white color. He wanted it to blend in a little bit more, so he spray painted his white poles green. So I already had it, so that's what I'm using. I didn't pick it because that's the color I thought would work best. It's just what I had. Now the key lime I did buy, because it did look like what a lot of young bamboo shoots colors would look like. It's that bright green color. Hopefully you can. We just got this last streak of bright color showing up here. And don't worry, this is going to wash off your hands. It's not permanent. Soap and water, guys. That's all it takes. It'll come off. But I don't want to get it on my clothes, because it's not going to wash off of that. Alright. Hold on. So that's the one that we just did. Let's see how it turned out. So we're going to let that one dry and move on to the next one. Alright, not too shabby. Got them all painted with that darker green. I think they look pretty good. You know, from a distance, you wouldn't know that that was fake, right? Possibly, maybe. Anyway, I gotta wait for that to dry, and then I'll do the next step, which will be adding the brown.